Hello viewers, welcome to the YouTube channel and you are listening to the host of this channel, that is me, Sushil Shalot. In this video, I'll be explaining you how to create a folder content list, that is nothing else but the list of the files in that typical folder that is named, and this will be doing by using Excel. Well, we know how to create it by using the command prompt by typing cmd in the run command or in the Windows text. But well, this is how we'll be understanding or learning here in this video how to create it with Excel. Let's get on to it. We are now onto the Excel workbook, and in this workbook you see in the cell A1 there is a path of the folder on my D drive of my laptop. The folder movie has got certain content, and you can see the content is listed from cell number A3 onwards. Well, how did I do it in Excel? This is what I'll explain you, and for that let us begin with a new workbook here. So in this workbook, now I'll be starting with the cell A1 here. Now we have learned how to do the named ranges, and let's get on to that and create a named range here. So I go to the formulas tab, choose name manager, and in name manager I say new. Here I'm going to name it as say BOM bomb. So BOM bomb is the bill of materials that is mostly used by the engineers or the stock keepers in inventory counting. Well, here the topic is to create the list of the files, and the files can be any of the in nature. That means can be PDF, XLS, doc, or any other file. Well, let's get on to it. So here I'm going to name this cell as bomb, and how I'm going to name it with a formula. So I'm going to say is equal to files files, open parenthesis, and I'm going to choose the A1 cell here and close the parenthesis. Once done, I'm going to say OK, and there it is. The bomb name range has been created. I will close it. And next thing what I'm going to do here is in cell number 3, that is A3. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to use the index function. We have learned index function in one of my earlier videos. So here I'm going to say index, choose the index function, and here the first thing what it asks for is the array. So array, I'm going to name it as bomb. So that is the fun, or that is the use of using the name ranges. So the name range bomb has appeared here in the drop down. I'm going to choose it. So once I choose it, the next thing what it requires is the row number. So now I'm going to use the row number by using the function row. We already know that the row function returns the row number of a reference. So I'm going to double click that so that the row function is active now, and the reference I'm going to choose as the A1 cell. I'm going to close the parenthesis here and I'm going to say enter. Once done, I'll just pull it down over here for a long range, and there it is. Now I see the cells are showing as not applicable. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to decide the path, or I'm going to give the path reference over here in the cell A1. So what I'm going to do is I have got already a file folder here on my D drive. Let me go over the D drive, and there is a folder engine. Here is the list of CAD parts and CAD product files. I'm going to choose the path and say Control C. I'm copying the path and going back to the Excel file here. I'm going to paste it. But while I do that, the next thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a backslash here so that anything that is in the content over here will be chosen from the engine folder. And I'm going to say start star dot. I require only the cat product files or cat. I'll say cat product right now. So PR, and I'll again say star, and I'll say enter. As soon as I do that, you see all the cat product files or the content files in the folder which is located at D drive. The folder name engine has got these many cat products there. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 of the cat products there. For our cross checking, let us go over here and see how many of them are there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and 6. So 6 cat products are what I have listed. Now, if at all I am in requirement of the CAD products as well as the CAD part files, what I can do here is I'll go back over here and remove the filter that was given here. So now if I wish to have all the files which are there in this folder. I will choose them, and there it is. As soon as I choose star there, that is asterisk, that is a wild card character, I get the list of the complete files here. So I have got a file count of 25 here. Let me go over to the folder and cross check it. So if I say Control A, I see all the files have been chosen or selected here, and I see there are 25 files selected. So fine, that means I have got a complete list here. Now what do I do with this list? I'm going to copy this list and go to some other cell, right click over there and say paste only the values. So as soon as I paste the values, whatever was available here, the formula was available here, index which we used, that has vanished, and we have got only the values here of the file names. And now you see there are the extensions as well in it. What I'll do here is I'm going to go to the data tab. Here in the data tab, I'll go to text to columns, and in this text columns I'll say delimited. Next thing what I'll choose is the delimiter. The delimiter here will be full stop, that is I'm going to give here, and as soon as I put the delimiter here, you see in the data preview the name of the file and the type of the file has got separated out. I don't require the type as separated, so I'm going to say yes. Next, I don't want to skip out anything, so I'll say finish. So as soon as I do, you see the first name has been separated out. The same way, if I choose to see as a text to column, I choose all the database here. I say next. I opt to select full stop or dot as a delimiter. And there it is. So as soon as I do that, there I see all the files here have been separated as catpart and catproc here. Fine. So this is how one can choose to separate out the name or the component names here. This is an example which is most commonly used by the engineers to create bill of material. Well, it does not mean others cannot use this. The same tactics of creating a list of the folder content. I had only 25 here files in the given folder. There are situations or occasions where thousands of files are present in a given folder, and they are of hundreds and thousands of varieties. So if I go back to our earlier example over here, and I go over here and I opt to choose some other folder over here, and I go over here and give the folder name, I can easily find out the file contents of that folder. So if I go back to this engine folder, or if I go back again to the movie folder and I choose it, choose the path, say Control C, back over here, and I go and put it over here. There it is. Now I get the error here as name, because the content that was present here was the first, that was the name range here, and now I have changed the content of the name range. So basically I should go back over to the formula, go over here, say edit, and once I edit it, I have to go again over here, say is equal to files, open parenthesis, choose this over here, say OK, close, and over here I need to give the backslash. There it is. Still it is saying not applicable, because now it is unable to search the name range there. So friends, be careful whenever you are tracing or tracking any of the details here. Be very sure what you put in and how you put it. Fine. So I have explained you how to create a database here. I'll explain you how to change it when it is required. So go over here in this cell, put the value over here, backslash star dot cat. Oh, there is no cat part there, so I'll just put the movie folder here and I say enter. So as soon as you see this, there you see the content of the movie folders. And be careful, this is what I wanted to explain you with the two examples. Here I played in the wrong way of changing this portion of it, and here in this another file I just changed the content of the cell. So basically what I name change here is was the content of the cell rather than editing the cell. And here I got the list. Fine. Again, if I decide to go back to the engine folder, I'll copy it, go over here, I'll go to the cell 1, paste it here, star, enter. And there I see the complete list appearing here. So in this way, one can use the Excel as a tool to list out the files in a given folder, irrespective of what is the size of the files, what is the type of the file, what is the extension of the file, and fantastic. That's all what I wanted to convey in this video. One more thing, when we go here and say file and say save, it will give a path where we can save as. So if I say browse and if I decide to save it on my desktop and say book 3 as it is, or if I say bill of material file and I put XLSA and say yes, it will give a warning here because now it will ask the user to save the file as XLSM, that is macro enabled. So here to save the file with these features, click no and then choose a macro enabled file type. So next time you open this file, you should be able to edit, and if you want to change the folder path, you should be able to do that. So say no and then go to XLSM. Here in the drop down you find it macro enabled workbook. I have to go over here and then bomb XLS on desktop in the extracting file names. I will save it and there it is. Once I do it, now it has got a macro in it. So this whatever I have put in here as the formula as index, it can be used to segregate or to list down all type of files and folders. So if at all, again, if I want only the cat part files, I can go over here and say cat part and say enter. So there it is. Now I see only the list of the cat part files. So here in this way, you can keep on saving the Excel files as XLXM and reuse it as and when it is required. So if you are making number of revisions in your design and development activities as an engineer, mind well, you can retain the same file as XLSM, and if you're not saving it at a common location, do make a habit of making a backup of such files. Every time you have new revision, you should be having an earlier revision as a backup. Fine. Friends, I hope this was a useful video for you. You must have liked it. In case if you have liked it, please do go to the channel page and not only this file, watch many more files there and make a point to subscribe the YouTube channel. With this, I'll say goodbye till the time we meet again with our next video. Bye bye.